The atmosphere of victory on Viridian spread quickly, fueled by the triumph gained through the advanced technologies of their Cretan allies. However, there was little time to savor this win. Captain Larkin and Zyra stood silently at the bridge's center, observing the surroundings. Larkin noticed the tension on the faces of the officers aboard. None of them could forget that this war was far from over. It might have only just begun. "Intelligence reports are in, Captain," Zyra said, handing a thin dossier to Larkin. "The Hellions have not been completely eradicated, despite the destruction of their command ship. They are regrouping among the wreckage of a massive space fleet," she explained. As Larkin opened the dossier and read, his brow furrowed. "They've recovered quickly. Their rate of reorganization is astonishing. I didn't expect them to bounce back so fast," he said. Zyra moved closer to Larkin. "This means we underestimated their adaptive capabilities. However, we must make this victory permanent. If the Hellions can recover this quickly, we need to act faster and more effectively," she said. Larkin closed the dossier and placed it on the table. "You're right. But this time, mere defense won't suffice. We need to find and destroy the Helion central bases. We must completely disable their central nervous system," he said. Zyra nodded, acknowledging Larkin's determination. "This could push them to a point of no return. However, we don't know the exact location of their command center. We need more information," she said. Larkin walked over to the forward command room of the bridge. "Send an urgent code to our intelligence unit. We need to locate the Helion's central base. Keep the entire fleet on standby. This war will end in their heart," he declared. Meanwhile, the Hellion fleet was reorganizing to launch another assault on Viridian. One of the Hellion leaders, Commander Zarkar, was reviewing the attack plans. His eyes were filled with anger and a thirst for revenge. The people of Viridian and the Cretans had humiliated his fleet. Now, he was determined to strike back with full force. "Captain Larkin," Zarkar muttered, conjuring his enemy in his mind. "I'll let you make this mistake for the last time. After that, you will disappear into the darkness," he vowed. Zarkar's fleet had upgraded its defenses against the Cretan technology that had destroyed their flagship. The Hellions learned from every encounter, using those lessons to grow stronger. In the orbit of Viridian, the defense ships detected the approaching danger. One of the officers in the command center, his voice tinged with panic, called out to Larkin. "Captain, the Hellions are attacking again. This time they are more numerous and appear better organized," he warned. Larkin immediately went on high alert. "Get all fleets into battle positions. Reactivate the Cretan defense systems. This time, we will put everything on the line," he ordered. When the Hellion fleet re-entered Viridian's orbit, a massive clash in the void of space became inevitable. Zarkar, from his command ship, issued orders to his forces, his voice carrying a challenge to his enemies. "Strike fear into the hearts of your foes," Zarkar commanded his officers. "Shatter all their hopes. This time, we will emerge victorious," he declared. Viridian's defense systems, powered by Cretan technology, responded with full force against the Hellions. But the Hellions were prepared this time. Their attacks were more coordinated, and they had developed new tactics to bypass the Cretan defenses. Zyra turned to Larkin. "This time, it's much tougher. The Hellions have analyzed our previous assaults and turned them to their advantage," she said. Larkin's eyes gleamed with determination. "It might be tough, but it's not impossible. We can predict their next move this time. Gather all the intelligence data and quickly formulate a counterattack plan," he ordered. The Viridian defense systems began to struggle under the assault of the Hellion ships. Although the Cretan technology was powerful, the Helion's rapid adaptation and numerical superiority made the battle increasingly difficult. "We're seeing shield weakening," one officer reported anxiously. "Energy levels are dropping," he added. Larkin was fully aware of the seriousness of the situation. "We're not retreating. Redirect all energy sources. Maximize the Cretan power. We will end this battle here and now," he declared. Zyra hesitated for a moment as she looked at Larkin. "Captain, this maneuver could be risky. If we concentrate all our energy in one area, we might become vulnerable," she cautioned. Larkin thought for a brief moment before making his decision. "It's time to take risks. The Hellions won't retreat. It's now or never. Redirect all energy to the weapons," he commanded. The Viridian defense ships, following Larkin's orders, concentrated all their power on the Hellion fleet. Energy cannons, high-velocity missiles, and lasers launched a more powerful and focused assault this time. One by one, the Helion ships began to disintegrate under the onslaught. But it was not an easy victory. Viridian's defense line also suffered heavy losses in the process. Zarkar watched the situation from his command ship, struggling to contain his rage. These humans and Cretans are indeed formidable foes, Zarkar admitted through gritted teeth. But I will not end this war. The Helions will never be extinguished, he vowed. When Larkin spotted Zarkar's ship, he decided to make one final move against him. We will end this battle here, Larkin declared. Zyra, target Zarkar's ship. Concentrate the firepower of all fleets on it, he ordered. Zyra swiftly carried out Larkin's command. Viridian's remaining defense forces focused their firepower on Zarkar's ship, launching one final assault. Energy cannons and lasers tore Zarkar's ship apart. The Helion fleet suffered a massive blow with the destruction of their flagship. The remaining Helion ships, realizing the battle was lost, began to retreat. Larkin and Zyra stood at the center of the bridge, watching this victory in silence. Viridian was saved, but everyone knew that this was not the end of the war. The Helions would return, stronger and deadlier. This is just the beginning, Larkin said quietly. But with each battle, we grow stronger. When the Helions return, we will be waiting, he declared. Zyra nodded at Larkin. We must continue our preparations. The war isn't over yet, she said. In this chapter, the ongoing challenges of the war and the Helions' rapid adaptation are highlighted. Larkin's determination, Zyra's strategic brilliance, and Viridian's fragile but resolute defense heighten the tension of the story, drawing the reader further into the conflict. The return of the Helions with new strategies increases the excitement and pace of the narrative. Victory on Viridian had given Captain Larkin and his crew a moment to breathe, but everyone knew this triumph was temporary. The Helions had retreated, but it was clear they would regroup and return stronger. Therefore, Larkin decided to focus on finding and destroying the Helion central base. When Zyra entered Captain Larkin's office, her face bore a mixture of concern and determination. Captain, there's a new development. Our intelligence unit has detected an unknown energy source in the depths of space, she said. Larkin looked at Zyra intently. What is this energy source? Could it be related to the Helions? He asked. Zyra shrugged. We're not sure yet. But this energy source is of a type we've never seen before. If it's connected to the Helions, it could be a significant threat. However, it could also be another power, perhaps an ally, she said. Larkin spread out a map on his desk and examined the location of the energy source. We need to investigate this source. If it's a new Helion weapon, we must stop it before it grows stronger. If it's an ally, we could form an alliance and turn this war to our advantage, he said. Zyra moved closer to Larkin. But this could be very risky. We have very little information about that area. We might be caught off guard, she said. Larkin nodded thoughtfully. The risks are high, but in war, you always have to take risks. If this energy source is in the hands of the Helions, we must break their power. If it's an ally, we need to bring them on our side to end this war, he said. The decision was made, and the main ship of Viridian set off to investigate the energy source. Throughout the journey, the crew was filled with both excitement and anxiety. The possibility of encountering a new ally could completely change the course of the war. But the possibility of facing an unknown enemy was equally daunting. As the ship approached the source, the crew noticed the energy signals intensifying. Captain Larkin and Zyra watched the situation on the large screen at the front of the bridge. A massive structure appeared on the screen. It was unlike anything seen in human or Helion technology. It shimmered with a dazzling glow in space. What is that? Larkin said in astonishment. I've never seen anything like it. Zyra scrutinized the screen. It could be some sort of energy converter. Harnessing such intense energy would require incredible technology. If there's someone controlling this structure, they must be very powerful, she said. Larkin had made up his mind. We need to approach this structure. If there are allies here, we need to make contact with them. If they are enemies, we need to neutralize their power, he said. As their ship neared the colossal structure, something unexpected happened. A voice emanating from the structure filled all communication channels. The voice spoke in both human and Cretan languages, but with a distinctly mechanical tone. Strangas. Iam tekron. We are watching you. If you are here for peace, make contact. If you are here for war, be prepared, said the voice. The crew was stunned by these words. Larkin moved to find the source of the mysterious voice. Tekron? Who are you? Why are you contacting us? He asked. Tekron's voice echoed again, this time clearer and more distinct. I am a remnant of an ancient race. I know the Hellions and believe they must be destroyed. If you want to win this war, you need to cooperate with me, it said. Zyra turned to Larkin. Captain, this could be an ally. But trusting such a powerful entity without understanding its true intentions is a huge risk, she said. Larkin considered Tekron's offer deeply. Tekron, we are fighting the Hellions. But we need to understand who you are and what your goals are in this war. Why do you want to help us? He asked. Tekron paused briefly before continuing. I developed their technology during their evolution. However, I could not restrain their desire for war. Now, I watch them try to destroy everything I created. That is why I must fight against them, it said. Larkin proceeded cautiously with this explanation. If that's true, we can work with you. But to earn our trust, you need to provide more information. How do we defeat the Hellions? He asked. Tekron sent a map from the energy source. This map shows the location of the Hellions' central base. However, this base is hidden deep within a planet protected by powerful defense systems. If you want to win this war, I will show you how to disable their defense systems, it said. Zyra's eyes widened as she examined the map. Is this really the Hellions' central base? No wonder it's so well hidden. But how did you obtain this information? She asked. Tekron's voice, now more resolute, echoed back. I am the creator of Hellion technology. I know all their secrets. If you trust me, I will help you win this war. But remember, trust must be mutual, it said. Larkin took a moment to think and then made his decision. Tekron, we will cooperate with you. But if you deceive us, this alliance ends here, he said. Tekron's voice responded with a softer, more reassuring tone. You will not be disappointed. We will destroy the Hellions together, it said. Meanwhile, preparations on Viridian were in full swing. Larkin and Zyra relayed Tekron's information to the crew and reviewed the attack plans. This assault on the Hellion central base would be a decisive move in the war. Larkin stood in the center of the bridge and gave the final orders. This might be the final great move of the war. Gather your courage and do everything necessary to end this conflict. We must stop the Hellions, or they will stop us, he said. The crew, fueled by Larkin's determination, was ready for the final assault against the Hellions. Under Tekron's guidance, the Viridian and Creighton allies set out towards the Hellion central base. Preparations were underway to confront the darkest side of the war. As the Viridian warship advanced towards the Hellion central base, tension was at an all-time high within the ship. Under the guidance of Captain Larkin, Zyra, and Tekron, the crew was reviewing their strategic plans to overcome the Hellions' final defenses. On the bridge, holographic maps displayed the planet's subterranean tunnel systems and defense mechanisms. Larkin pointed to the map. The Hellion base is hidden deep within the planet. This tunnel system was designed to protect them but could also give us an advantage. We can use these tunnels to reach their defense systems directly. Zyra examined the defense systems on the screen. If this plan works, we could strike them from an unexpected direction. However, the traps and defense mechanisms in these tunnels pose a significant danger, she said. Tekron spoke calmly. These tunnels house the Hellions' strongest defense systems. But I can show you how to disable them. With my technology, we can infiltrate their systems and neutralize all defenses. Larkin approved Tekron's plan. We must end this war here. If we succeed, we will break the Hellions' power and free the galaxy from this threat forever. As the Viridian approached the Hellion planet, tension among the warships intensified. The Hellions had activated their strong defensive measures, but with Tekron's help, Larkin and his team managed to disable the defenses one by one. A special forces team from the Viridian entered the tunnel system. The tunnels were dark, cold, and narrow. With every step, the possibility of encountering a deadly trap heightened the team's alertness. However, Tekron's information helped them neutralize these traps. At the end of the tunnels, they reached the central control room of the Hellion base. The control room was built around a massive energy generator. The Hellion commanders used this generator to control the planet's entire defense system. Larkin turned to his team. we need to disable this generator. If we succeed, the Helians' entire defense system will collapse, leaving the planet defenseless. Zyra pointed to the Helion commanders around the generator. But we must be cautious. These commanders are the strongest Helion warriors. It will be impossible to reach the generator without defeating them first. With Tekron's assistance, Larkin launched a strategic attack to neutralize the Helion commanders. The battle was intense, but ultimately, Larkin and his team succeeded in defeating the Helion commanders. Reaching the generator's control panel, Larkin disabled it following Tekron's instructions. With the generator disabled, the planet's defense systems collapsed, marking the end of the Helion central base. The Viridian warships quickly moved to eliminate the remaining resistance on the planet's surface. The Helians' defeat was celebrated as a significant victory across the galaxy. The Viridian and Cretan allies had eradicated the Helion threat once and for all. The galaxy could now live in peace once again. Larkin looked at Tekron's hologram. "We made the right decision trusting you. You played a significant part in this victory." Tekron responded with a calm and resolute voice. "My goal was to prevent the technology one created from being misused. Now, this war is over. But remember, you must always stay vigilant to maintain peace." Larkin thanked Tekron. "We will continue to protect this galaxy. Without your help, we could not have won this war." The crew of the Viridian returned to their ship, savoring the pride of saving the galaxy. The war was over, but Larkin and his team knew they would always be ready to uphold the peace. The defeat of the Helions signaled the beginning of a new era in the galaxy. Bonds among allies had strengthened, and celebrations erupted across the galaxy. However, Larkin understood that maintaining peace was as challenging as winning the war. New threats could emerge in every corner of the galaxy, and the Viridian had to remain ever ready. I hope you had a good time. If you liked my story, do not forget to comment and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye, see you in the next story.